Hi guys, welcome at SCOM-A-thon 2023. I'm Ryan Overgouw from Gridmatics, and today we are going to talk about going beyond Citrix Director with MetrixInsight, SCOM, and last but not least, SCOM-AI GPT, which is actually our latest product and basically integrates your SCOM alerts with ChatGPT. So who are we? Real quick, we are Gridmatics. We provide Citrix ready monitoring packs, management packs for monitoring Citrix components. We have MetrixInsight for VAD DAS, which monitors CVAD, Citrix DAS, license server, PVS, storefront, and NetScaler. We also provide a standalone version of the NetScaler management pack, which is called MetrixInsight for NetScaler and is Citrix ready as well, by the way. Alright, but then SCOM-AI GPT. Yeah, we're real proud of it. It integrates your SCOM alerts with ChatGPT. We therefore think it's the ultimate solution for intelligent IT operations management. It combines the power of OpenAI GPT models such as DaVinci, Curry, and ChatGPT version 3.5 and 4 with System Center Operations Manager to provide you real-time analysis and insights for IT alerts and performance data. But now, demo time. We are going to show you a few examples on how this SCOM-AI GPT solution, this integration with ChatGPT, really works well with our Gridmatics management packs as well for monitoring Citrix. So Mark, what have you got for us?
Hey Marijn, I think I've got some pretty interesting stuff to show today. Hello everyone, my name is Mark van der Veer. I'm product manager at Gridmatics, and today I will showcase the SCOM-AI GPT integration by using two different examples. So let me first share my screen. So in this example, where I demonstrate the SCOM-AI GPT integration, I will use an alert that has been triggered by the MetrixInsight for NetScaler management pack. The MetrixInsight for NetScaler management pack allows you to monitor multiple NetScaler instances that are running within your IT environment. So within our experience center that I use for this demo, you can see that currently there are a lot of active alerts. And if I scroll down a little bit below, I can see that there is an alert being triggered from the ADC03 mentioning something about that there was an unsafe configuration detected on the ADC03 NetScaler instance. Let's have a look what ChatGPT thinks about this alert. So in order to do so, I will right-click on this alert and change the resolution state to Request Consult. So as you can see, the resolution state for this particular alert has been changed to Gridmatics SCOM-AI Request Consult. This basically means that this specific alert has been marked for the SCOM-AI GPT integration to grab this alert, its alert description and its context, and prompt it to the OpenAI ChatGPT API. So we just have to wait for a few moments before this resolution state will change, and the SCOM-AI GPT integration has picked this alert up to submit it to the OpenAI GPT API. So let's wait for a few moments. All right, as you can see here, the resolution state has changed to processing. So that actually means that our integration has picked up this alert and just submitted all the data by using a secure TLS outbound connection to the OpenAI GPT API, and it is currently being prompted, and we are just waiting for a response of the OpenAI GPT API. This will usually take around 1 minute before the response will be received. The time it takes also depends on what kind of model you have configured within the SCOM-AI GPT integration. As you can see, the resolution state now has changed to received consult. So this means that the OpenAI GPT API has responded with an answer based on what our integration has prompted to the API service. So if I double click on this alert and I navigate to the History tab, there we can see what the SCOM-AI GPT integration actually did and what response it get back from the OpenAI GPT API. So basically, our integration answers a few questions. The first question is, why this alert and what does it mean? This response is coming actually from the OpenAI GPT API. So as you can see, it responds that the alert was generated because the ADC or NetScaler configuration on ADC 03 has been changed but not saved. It also explains the reason. It can happen if an administrator made changes to the configuration but forgot to save it. The possible impact of the issue is if the NetScaler reboots, the configuration changes will be lost. So then it also explains what are the possible root causes. Well, the root cause mentioned in the alert is that an administrator may have forgotten to save the configuration after making changes to it. Then in this section, it provides feedback on the overall object health and performance regarding this ADC 03 NetScaler instance. So it shows you the health overview, and it does that based on the alerts, metrics, and states that belong to the object ADC 03. And the nice thing about this is that it found that there are actually multiple alerts active on this specific object. So number one is that there is an unsaved configuration detected. And it explains why it is important to review this alert and what could be the potential issues in the future. It also mentions that another alert was triggered based on another monitor, but it is related to the same object. And it is mentioned something about the license expiration warning. As you can see, for this particular NetScaler instance, there is a license that is about to expire within now and 8 days. So it also advises you to check that out also, because it could disrupt your service or functionality. And it makes a summary of the health overview. So it knows that there are basically two key issues that need to be addressed. There's an unsaved configuration and an impending license expiration. So then it also advises in what are the possible fixes for the issue in the alert. So for the alert unsaved configuration detected, it advises you to fix it by saving the configuration. And it also explains how to do that actually. So it tells you that you have to log into the management console, navigate to system, and within the configuration section, click on save configuration to save the configuration changes. Also, it advises you to review and discard unwanted changes, because sometimes it can happen that an administrator performed some changes on the Netscaler, but actually doesn't want to save it. It also gives guidance about how you can check the current running configuration versus the saved configuration. So the OpenAI GPT API provides us a lot of information about what you can do regarding this specific alert. And it also mentions information about other alerts from other monitors that have been triggered for this specific object within SCOM. I think this is a great way that the SCOM-AI GPT integration helps you to understand the alert and also provide guidance in how to resolve the alert and what are the potential risks if you don't solve this specific alert. So yeah, this is a great example of how the SCOM-AI GPT integration adds value to your alerts management process. So let me demonstrate another example. So in this example, I will pick this specific alert that is actually coming from the MetrixInsight for Citrix Virtual Apps and Desktops and DAS Management Pack. And it is mentioning something about that one or more sessions with high session CPU usage are detected on a specific multi-session VDA, the SBC 2019 PVS04. So let's have a look how the SCOM-AI GPT integration can help us to get more information and more context about this specific alert. So again, I will right-click, change the resolution state, and request for consult. And now we have to wait for a little bit. So as you can see, now it starts to process the alert and submit it to the OpenAI API. There we go. We have received some consult, as you can see here in the resolution state. So let's have a look what the SCOM-AI GPT integration thinks about this specific alert, shall we? So I'll double click it and I will navigate to the tab History. And here we can see the response of the SCOM-AI GPT prompt. So again, the first question is why this alert and what does it mean? So it explains that the alert was generated because one or more user sessions on the VDA have high CPU usage, and it also explains from which specific management pack this alert is coming from. The MetrixInsight for Citrix Virtual Apps and Desktops and DAS management pack. It explains the possible impact of this specific issue and why it can happen. So what is even more interesting is if we scroll down to the overall object and health performance, it shows again some overview of all the alert and metrics and the key issues. So it states that high session CPU was detected on the PVS04, and it explains it's caused by one or more sessions that are experiencing high CPU usage. Also, it sees that there was another alert being triggered regarding the memory usage of the VDA multi-session machine. So it could indicate a potential memory bottleneck. But then there's more interesting information because it also saw that for a specific user, in this case, Chris Merrier, is using a lot CPU time during multiple monitoring intervals. And it also provides us more context about that session CPU usage. Because in here you can read that the user Chris Merrier has a high CPU time, and the processes that are contributing to this high CPU usage are PowerShell and the process conhost. And it reflects the processes that are running within the user context of this particular session. Furthermore, it detected that this machine, where the high CPU session was detected, is actually already running for more than 7 days. So as you can see, the SCOM-AI GPT integration provides a lot of information, including the context in which case the alert was triggered in. Especially this section gives you a very clear direction about what could be the cause of the high CPU usage. Basically, you can compare it as some dynamic product knowledge that also takes the context into account to present you the information. Usually, product knowledge contains a lot of information about the monitor, but it is basically static information, right? I mean, it is a generic description about the monitor, what it does, and usually you get guided to check out what could be the reason that this specific monitor was being triggered. Well, basically, the SCOM-AI GPT integration allows a more dynamic way to showcase the product knowledge. So where the product knowledge is typical statical text, the output generated by the SCOM-AI GPT integration provides more relevant outputs, including the specific alert context. And for example, in this scenario, the high CPU for a session was triggered by the session of Chris Merrier. Well, that is something that could not be provided by using the product knowledge. So again, this is a very great example that the SCOM-AI GPT integration really provides additional information about the alert that has been triggered in your environment and can put you faster in the right direction of where the specific issue is coming from.
Thanks, Mark. Good to know is that we have a standard and free edition of SCOM-AI GPT. The standard edition is provided for free for our MetrixInsight customers. The free edition, however, is available for everyone, and you can download this free edition on our website gridmedics.com. It is limited to the critical alerts coming from Windows computers and the related objects only. Thanks for having us, guys. See ya.